Oh, wait!
Rev your engines and get started. Riders, get ready. We're going to the moon. Yes, today's class is about... Let's not even start like that. We're gonna start like this. It's like an essay, right? Are you looking for your skill? Are you looking for your God-given ability? Are you trying to find your passion? I'll show you how. Look. Skill. Skill. What? Skills. I'm gonna bring the phone closer, right? You got skills right there, right? What creates skill, right? Get a little bit closer up there, skill. First, number one, and I'm gonna switch it over here just so I can get better. We're gonna get comfortable over here, you feel me? We're gonna switch it up. Skill. What, right? Are you passionate about? Right? But, no buts. More importantly, what is your God-given gift? You got passion, right? Then you got your gifts, right? Your passion, right? Or what your God-given gift is, right? Is what you have to figure out first in order to be passionate about what you're doing, right? How do you find your gift? How do you know what your gift is? Hey, Kay, what's my gift? You know, like, how do I find that? How do I tap into that? Like, why is his gift more important than my gift? Why is her gift more important than my gift? No, there's no such thing, right? Everyone has a gift. Your gift is, what are you naturally great at without trying, right? What are you naturally great at without trying? Me, for example, right? I had to figure this out. I was always a wordsmith. In the beginning was the word. It was like that for me. I was always good at writing poetry, learning words, learning how to break words down, learning how to use words to express, explain, and narrate my vision, right? So I had the gift of gab, right? I was able to speak, right? So I found my gift, and then here comes music, right? I get introduced to music at a young age, right? So now I'm hearing words with music being put together to create a vision or to tell a vision, right? Boom. I'm like, wow, I'm naturally good with words and I like this music. how can I put it together and create a passion? Ooh. So I'm passionate about this music, right? Rap that I've been hearing as a kid. And I'm like, wait, I can do that, right? So boom, found my gifted gab, found something I was passionate about. How do I mix the gift and the passion? Boom. You have a thing called practice, right? Before you practice, what are you working on? What is this rap music? How do you take those words and create a song? What is a verse? What is a hook? Right? Then we also have this thing that I was pretty good at. Basketball, right? Basketball, the game of life to me. It's also a way of molding one's mind to become an effective decision maker. So here goes another thing that I was naturally gifted at, right? In the observation aspect of, oh, from my observation, I'm being introduced to this thing called basketball, and it looks interesting of how one takes the ball and maneuvers from one end and puts it in the goal in the other end, right? So, but there's flair and there's a style to it that gets you from point A to point B. You just don't get there, though, in one day. So here comes practice, right? So here we go. Here I find another thing that I'm passionate about, right? And I add my gift of observing and decision making, right? And I put it together, synergy, to create, right? To create a skill, right? Which then turns into service, expertise, professionalism, right? So boom. What is my gift? My God-given ability, right? What am I naturally good at? Talking, gift of gab, expressing, projecting, voice, boom. But it's raw. It needs to be molded, right? I need to be passionate about this gift. In order for me to get better at this gift, I have to practice it, right? I then become passionate, right? Because how do you become passionate, right? Where do I find the passion and where do I dig deep? Okay, there has to be a reason why you want to get better, right? Why? What is your why? Why do I want to get better? Why do I want to get better? Because here's a gift that I have naturally, but it's not molded and professional like the guys that I look up to and I'm watching who do these things effortlessly, but they're professionals at it. But there's a way to get to that level of expertise, right? You get to that level of expertise through practice, right? Within practice, you start to find results. results, right? So you have passion, gifts, practice, right? Turns into skill. Within that process, you get results which make you more passionate to turn that gift and passion into skill, right? Which removes doubt and builds confidence, right? Why do you have more confidence than the person who doesn't practice? Is because repetition is the master. Repetition, right? Repetition. I think that's how you spell it. Repetition, right? We're gonna do 100 times, right? That's the example. Repetition, 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 repetition. So here you have the gift, right? Raw, boom. You gotta mold the gift, boom. So what do? Practice. Practice is what? Repetition. How many times have you shoot the shot? How many times did you practice the kick, right? Bruce Lee, right? Then you become a master, a professional, an expert at your gift, passion, right? And you turn that into a service now, right? So I found my gift, became passionate about it because I wanted results, right? Within me seeing results, it increased my passion. It increased my wanting to know more about it because I had to become a professional. So now I start to do research, right? And guess what happens? Research, right? So within your research, right, there's repetition because you're studying continuously, right? Constantly, right? And you're studying a way, right, or a formula or a strategy that's going to give you results, that's going to turn your gifts and passion into synergy, which then creates a skill, which then makes you a professional or a master, right? Boom. Okay, so then boom, I go research. Why do we research again? Okay, because the initial gift is raw, right? So we then have to go digging, right, in our gold mine, right, to find the diamond, right, which is the end result from the pressure that you receive, that you put on yourself from practicing in order to create results, which will make you a professional. So you start off as a raw, molded mud, dirt, right? You add pressure, rock, you add pressure to that rock, boom! You create a diamond, right? So we got repetition, right? In practice and in research, because when you research, you're then able to resurface again as the professional. Starting off as a student, right, in your search. But then when you do your research, you go back and research, right? How do I acquire these skills? How do I find the direction? Who do I go to talk to, right? Boom. You create habitual habits in your research, your repetition, and your practice, which sharpens your skill. Now you're being identified as a professional and an expert at your gift, right? So you got research, boom. Research creates knowledge, right? Knowledge of craft, right? Craft or gift, right? Why do I have to this gift to gab? What can I do with it? How do I project my voice? How do I formulate my words? How do I write a verse? How do I write a hook? How do I dribble left? How do I cross over? How do I step back? How do I pull up? How do I play defense? How do I have hot eye-hand coordination? How do I think critically in a tough situation, right? Repetition, research creates knowledge of craft, of the gift, right? Which now, when you're knowledgeable, right? Knowledgeable about it, you then install and apply the knowledge, which makes you able to become a professional at your God-given abilities, which then you can teach others how to find their gifts, passion, and their purpose. So boom, purpose. That goes back to the older video that I had before. This is when you find your purpose in what you're doing, right? Because now you know what your gift was, right? You wanted to know more, so you became passionate about it, right? You put the passion and the gift together, you created synergy, right? You put that synergy in there, you wanted to create a skill, but in order to create that skill, you had to practice, you had to do your research, you had to get knowledgeable about it, right? And now you're able, right? So when you have knowledge, now there's no ledge. You're able to fly and proceed and